Alright class, so now for your week 4 assignment, or I believe it was your week 3 assignment actually, I had you copy the AMC logo and the index.html file into your public HTML folder. You can test your own work on this because you each in class have your own web space now. So actually I just did the assignment and copied it over myself. So I wanted to let you know that you can test this by going to CIS170.ddns.net, which is the site. This is what we log into through PuTTY or through your Macintosh computers every day. Then put a slash and a tilde in your username. If you do that, it should bring up this right here. This is the AMC logo, and the whole page itself here is the index.html that I created for this class. So you can test your work by putting it here. This is your web space. I encourage you to do whatever you like with it. If you know HTML, please take advantage of it while this class is going on. If you want any of your HTML or any of your folders back when this class is over, I'm more than happy to provide it for you. So that being said, I wanted to go over what we're going to be doing in our class assignment here. So I'm going to open up a notepad session here. Alright, so what I want you to be able to do for this week is I want you to watch the video on 8.3 naming conventions, but before you do that, there's a Computer Hope document out there. What is a wildcard? This explains it very clearly for both Linux and Windows. Then there's a naming convention folder that's called hold on here, I'll paste it right in. It's called Naming Windows Files, Restrictions and Limitations. This is also a very useful document. And after you've read these two, I would like you to go ahead and watch the YouTube video that I've attached. That is going to be called File Naming Conventions, and I'd like you to go through that as well. And you should be watching this video first to get an idea of what we're expecting for this week. I will also, after this, I will be discussing the different types of 8.3 naming conventions here. And this is a video that I made. I didn't find very good information on it, but it's important for historical purposes. And that's going to be in Windows. So for this week, these are the materials that I'd like you to be able to review, and I would recommend viewing them in this order here. So there's going to be some reading this week as opposed to just watching video. And of course, email me with any questions you may have. But that is going to be the assignment for this week. And we're also going to be discussing getting help using Windows and DOS help and man pages. Thank you very much. Hello everyone. Continuing onward in CIS 170 Week 5, we're going to discuss how to get help. And this is a very important topic. We're going to discuss this going through it briefly with Windows and with Linux or Unix operating systems. So that being said, in most Windows environments, you're going to request help when using a word processor, when using Excel, what have you. In most Microsoft-based products and tools, such as this right here, we have the Windows Explorer. Usually up in the upper right there'll be a little question mark, and this will be your help feature right there. So this will bring up help for you, and it's gonna bring up a web page. It'll give you help as such. It looks like I accidentally clicked it twice. So that being said, that's how we would do it from within the graphical user environment or the GUI. And it's the same with Word or Excel. Everything's located in the upper right here with the help. In Linux, we have what we know as man pages, and man stands for manual. So to the on-ground students, we might have gone over this briefly, but if you wanted to get help in command parameters for, let's say, the ls command, you type man for manual and then ls. And it's going to bring up the help. It's going to give you all the different flags and parameters. Remember, most Linux machines use the dash to specify a parameter. Most Linux operations specify a / or a slash that goes like this, and you're able to page through this and look for other advice. Let's say you wanted to look at the man page for remove directory. You type man rmdir, and you'd get the same sort of thing. So you can use the arrow keys to move up and down. You can use the space to advance a full page, and to exit you just simply type the letter Q. So that's how you get help in Linux and Unix. They both work the same way. With Windows in a DOS environment, most Windows and DOS, or most DOS commands, you would do a / and a question mark, and that would give you help on whatever command you look for help with. So if you just type in that, like dir /? You'll get all the different options, and like I said, it's a / here. You can type help here at the prompt. It'll give you a list of all the different DOS commands that exist, and we're not going to have time to go through every last one of them. I'm going to be giving you some of the major ones. But let's say you wanted to do something with color, and I'm just doing this as an example because it's easy and it's colorful. But these are the DOS commands that get provided with most Windows distributions. So I see that there's a help for color, so I could type help color, and it'll give me the different color commands here. So it says there are 2 hex digits, which are 16-bit character representations, and it tells you what the attributes you put in are. So if you go through this, I know this already, so if I were to put these colors here together, I could type in color. Let's say I want green text, so I could type 2, and I want a black, so if I type 20, it's going to give me green and black text. Actually, that looks terrible. Let's got that completely backwards. Let's make it 02. So that's an example. I got that from typing help color, or I could type color /? and I would get the exact same thing once I know the commands. So that's how you get help in the different environments, and it's very useful as always. And you can see from the File Explorer help, it does a Bing search right out to the internet, because Bing is the Microsoft search engine. So the internet's got a wealth of information here, and there's no way I could even come close to teaching you based on what's available on the internet. So please feel free to use that as well. But that's how you would get help on something in Windows and in Linux. Like I said, I am not going to make you know the color command. That's something you can have fun with yourself, or please feel free to look into any of these other commands as well. They're very useful. I've used a lot of these, like I said. So that being said, thank you very much.